This is my best friend, Neilers the Fox. He's a man of many talents, goes by many names, and today he's going to show you why fat loss is not the same for everyone. So just to give you some background, I lived with Neil for 5 years. But during that time, I got to observe his daily habits. It's actually something I weirdly enjoy doing. Don't come at me. Everybody loves to people watch. So Neil was always that person that was skinny growing up, couldn't gain weight. Even though he loves his pints, loves his takeaway, Mario's Pizza, garlic dip on the side, they give him some free chips as well, and he loves his food. So you probably think he just has a fast metabolism. But from living with him for so long, there was a couple of things I noticed, which was really interesting. First thing was his appetite. So when Neil would overconsume, he would naturally eat less the next day. He wasn't trying to, but he just would. I also noticed when he'd overconsume, he'd get a load of food, but he'd eat it very slowly and throughout the whole day. Whereas someone like myself, if I have all the food there, it's gone within a few minutes. So by default, he would actually eat less total calories because he was spreading it out over a longer period of time and eating a lot slower. The next thing I noticed was his NEAT. So that's his non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So Neil was very hyper, always fidgeting, always moving. This is before the kids now, mind you. Maybe it's not now. But after he would overconsume, the next day he was a lot more active without even trying to be. And the third thing was he consistently trained. No matter what he done or ate on the weekend, every single week he got his training in and he trained hard and consistently. So what we see here is he auto-regulated his appetite, he tended to move more, and he was always training. So maybe it wasn't that he has a fast metabolism, more so it was his natural habits and behaviors allowed him to maintain his weight easily. And the key point is, not everybody responds like this. A lot of people that overconsume, their hunger hormones don't regulate, so they can actually keep eating. That means it's a lot easier for them to keep over consuming calories. Also, people's NEAT levels don't increase. So not only now is it easier to overconsume, they don't tend to move more like Neil does. I've noticed this as a coach over the last 10 years is this varying response that people are so different and there's individual differences in response to over-consuming of calories. So this may give us an indication of why some people struggle so much to maintain their weight and others can literally maintain it easily. So thanks Neil for being my science experiment for 5 years. It was worth it to make this video. 5 years of absolute torture.